everybody, welcome along to a freezing cold day here in the north of England. We've got a weather warning out for snow, so it hasn't happened yet, but maybe it will. I don't always believe the weather warnings, you know. I think they just say it. Anyway, today is another page in the collaborative journal between myself and Kyung Shotwell. We're both doing the same prompt every week, but we're taking it in turns to choose the prompt. And this week it was Kyung's choice. She chose Floral. Can't go far wrong with Floral, as far as I'm concerned. And so I'll come clean to you. This is the second time I've done this video. First time it didn't work. So I'm a bit more prepared than I perhaps would have been, because I'd already gone through all this with you in the video to start with. But you know, that's the joy of videos, isn't it? If it was live, you'd have to sit with me and go through it all. So I've used this book, Marjorie Blamey's Flowers of the Countryside. It's a gorgeous book with gorgeous illustrations in it. Look at that cute little mouth. It's hard to select a page, really. They're all pretty gorgeous. I love that one. But I selected a page, and this is the page I selected. So I've cut it out so it's just within the, you know, the actual page of the signature. And I've left a fairly biggish gap down there because I don't want to interrupt, I don't want to make the spine thicker than it has to be, really. So what I thought we'd do today, and if you've been paying attention of late, you'll have seen that in the little Christmas Tim Holtz journal that I made, I did a thing that I refer to as the roundabout. You'll see why soon, but it's a bit taxing on the old grey matter. So the thing itself is going to go sort of here, so you'll still see a bit of that, I think. Right, so I'm using for my roundabout coffee stained paper. Now it's thicker than your average dog. It's thicker than your average paper to start with. I think it's about 120 GSM, and then it's stained. Ordinary copy paper would be, I think, too thin, and the last time I tried this on the video before, I used craft card and it was way too thick. So happy medium, I hope, is this. Now, let me just tell you the important bit, the measurements. They can be any size you like. You know, if you're using a bigger whole page or something, but the equation that you must use is that the shorter side must be half as long as the longer side. Otherwise it just won't work. So in my case, this is 5 inches and this is 2.5. So you could have made it 6 and 3, 8 and 4, whatever, but this must be half of that. That's it. That's the tricky bit over, and you need 4 of them. Right, so let's see if I can do this. So you lay one down like that, you get your next one and you lay it down like that, right flush to the edges. Then you get your next one and you lay that over that one, flush to the edges. Then you get your next one and you lay that over this one, but like a sort of basket weave, you flick this one up and put that behind. So then you are left with, where's my bit of stuff gone? One pocket there, one pocket there, one pocket there, and one pocket there. So you've got 4 little pockets. It's clever, isn't it? I didn't think of it. So let's start gluing. Now, Mr. F just had a genius idea, actually, because he could hear me cursing and came to see what was wrong. Somewhere in here there is a Frixion pen. I know there is. Oh, here it is. Got it. So these Frixion pens are really handy, guys. If you haven't got one, I would consider investing in one. This was a bit more expensive because it's got 4 colours, but you can get single coloured ones, and that's, you know, that's fine. You don't need any more than one colour really. Let's just check that this wants to work. There's one of these colours that's a bit dubious. Right, green's working. Let's use green. So this is the side that I don't want to glue, or is the pocket, let's say. That's the pocket and that's the pocket. So when you finish doing your work, you just apply your heat tool, and it just takes that friction mark clean away like it was never there. Right, so let's get gluing and think about what we're doing here. I'm just going to go round like this. Oh, I've already moved that. Oh well, never mind, eh? Never mind, eh? So I'm going to go along the edge of that and the bottom edge of that, and then put them so they absolutely match in that corner, and up the edge and along the bottom. You're looking for a pretty perfect match, because otherwise when you come to the last one it won't fit in, and then you too will be cursing. There we go. Right, so this one now, I've moved all my crosses around the place, but never mind. This one goes there like that. So I need to, this is the pocket, so I need to glue along there and up there. Technical stuff, isn't it? It's technical stuff. And down here. But once you've done it once, you'll be fine. Well, says she. On my second outing it was rubbish, but I think that was because I was using craft card. It's just too thick altogether. Right, so now we've got this piece that we need to glue onto there, and it goes under there and needs to get glued down there. Right, so I'm going to glue this edge here and this one here. Oh, that's a bit of a wiggly one. It's because I'm doing it in mid-air. Never best to do your best gluing in mid-air. So push that down as far as you can so it's flush with that top. And flush down the side. Oh, that's not flush, is it? It's just not flush at all. There we go. So you can see the problems that I would have had with craft cards, just too thick. Right, so this one now needs to get glued down. So I'm just going to put glue along there and along there, and make sure that you've got that one square as well. So there we have it. That's the roundabout, I hope. Right, so let's see. This is the tester. I used a page out of this book called Wildflowers of Britain and Northern Europe, and you can see, I mean, I was kind of spoilt for choice. I mean, oh, look at that. They're beautiful. Every page is beautiful. You could make a journal just with those. That's a very pretty page, isn't it? You know, so yeah, I had plenty of choice, but I decided I was going to go for pink flowers. So I chopped them out of my book and I backed them with coffee stained paper and I inked around them. And let's just make sure that this roundabout is right, otherwise I'm going to look a complete Charlie again. Not for the first time. Oh no, look at that, it's right. Wow. So you see now why it's worth kind of fiddling on and getting it, because it really does look quite impressive when it's done, I think. Right, so the next question is, do I want to make those into little tags and put some ribbon through? I probably do actually. So let's take these out. Let's get rid of those Frixian marks. Just going to use my heat tool. Won't take long. That's them on their way. Goodbye. Lovely. So I think the next thing I'm going to do is actually stick this onto here. So let's have a look and see where we want it. I mean, any ways up I'm going to have some bit of writing there, but that's okay. I want it as far over that way as I can get it, so you're not seeing the writing, but you can see some flowers. So yeah, about there I think. I do love these. So let's get that stuck on. So just around the edge. Don't get fancy with yourself and go in the middle, otherwise 10 to 1 on you will glue a pocket shut, just the way it is. So a little bit of art glitter around the edges will do the trick. I hope you're all well. We are all well here. There seems to be a very nasty cold going around the UK, but so far so good. Having said that, I never go out, so it's unlikely I would catch it, but Mr. F does go out. I mean, only as with regards to shopping and stuff. He doesn't go out night clubbing or anything. I thought that's quite funny. Yeah, I don't know why. So let's get that squared up there. Can you imagine Mr. F boogieing on down? Or up, or whatever they do. I don't know. I've never been much of a boogier. But yeah, no, he goes out and he goes to the shops to get groceries and stuff. We could get them delivered to the doorstep, but actually it's pretty much the only time Mr. F gets out the door, so I think that's fair. So there we are, that's it, there's our roundabout in place. So yes, I think I will just snip the tops off these. This might involve a bit of me looking for a card somewhere. Where are you? This is what I'm looking in. It might be here. Then again, I have to do this every night because of blooming catkin. Catkin is a pain. I can't find my driver's license. Did, however, find the little clips. I don't think it's in here. I can't see it anywhere. That's a pest, isn't it? Is it up here anywhere? No, can't find it. Okay. Well, what shall I do now? I could use this bit of stiff card here and just make myself a template. That's exactly what I'm going to do. That's a brilliant idea. Blimmin' brilliant. So I'm just going to do all of these. I think they'll look nicer if we do them. Yeah, I think that looks more finished. So it's my turn to choose the prompt for next week. And I don't know what to say. I can tell you, however, that the family album has been much thought about, and we have decided to select for our first family member. It's going to be Roz and Jim. And we've weaved a whole story about Roz and Jim, and I hope that they enjoy it, aren't offended by it. I hope nobody's offended by it. It's not rude or anything. It's quite tame by our standards. Sorry, Judy, I couldn't face you first off. You're too, I don't know what the word is. Risque. Risque is the word. And so we opted for rosin Jim. So that will, you'll be able to see how we deal with that one of these days very shortly. Oh, sorry, I thought I'd inked the back of these, but I haven't. There we are. I've inked the fronts though, so that's not too bad. So yes, I have inked that one. Must just miss that one out. So yes, that's rosin Jim under the spotlight. This is going to take quite a while to do this journal because I don't intend to sort of be doing it every day. I'd like to do it all with you really, because that's the fun of it. So I think I'm going to put a hole in the top of these. For some reason that looks a bit shorter, but it doesn't really matter. Yep, so get my pencil. I'm going to put it about there. About there. Get my away. Can't reach. Crocodile. Make sure they're all fairly in the same place. And I'm just going to punch a hole out. Lovely. So, what I like to do once I've punched a hole out is just go over it with a bit of ink. I haven't done this one either. What's going on? What's going on? I thought it was organised, and I'm not. And the Edith journal, which is going to be a trifold. It's going to be a lap book, but a trifold, not the 4 folds that I've done in all my previous lap books. And I'm really looking forward to getting started on that. But it's Mr. F's having a bit of a scratch of his head to see if he can work out. Well, he will work out, I know he will, he always does, work out how to do it, how it should be done. But he'll come up with the answer, I know he will, and when he does, we'll video it and you can see how to do it if you wanted to make one yourself. Whoops, which you might. Right, so we need a bit of ribbon in the top of all of those, and I've got this. This is it for pink ribbon, so that better do all 4. I'll cut it up into the sizes, and yeah, and we'll have plenty. We'll have plenty. So my lovely little Christmas Timmy journal went off yesterday all the way, well, it went off this morning. It was sold yesterday. And it's started its journey on its way to Australia. It's a long journey. I really like that journal. It's really, I've never said this before about a journal, but that really is, I believe, my favourite journal that I've ever made. I loved it. From start to finish, I loved it. And at some stage somebody was asking, saying, you know, that I hadn't showed how to actually make the journal, and you're quite right, I didn't, because I wanted to get on with it, because Christmas is coming. If I don't get it in the post soon, it won't get where it's going for Christmas. Look at that, how nice does that look? Yeah, so that's kind of me and Christmas finished for this year. I am amazed that I made so many journals and really, really enjoyed them. I'm usually to drag to do Christmas journals. Then Christmas isn't our sort of thing. And so, you know, I generally, oh, do I have to? But this time, honestly, there's no stopping me. No stopping me. So let's pop that in that one. You can see what's happening here. Yeah, so now I know I've got the Edith and I've got the family album. Family album is probably going to be more like a page a week, I think. You know, by the time we've done all the photoshopping and come up with the backstory, etc. I think it's probably going to be a page a week. And Edith, well, I'd kind of like to show you me doing Edith. So yeah, so I need another project to be going on with, really, is what I'm saying. You know, for me to just crack on with. Because when you're making videos of it, it takes so much longer. And you can, you know, if you're doing even an hour video, that's only an hour that you've done on that journal on that day, and it just takes forever to finish journals that way. So I need something for me to be getting on with. So it'll probably be a Timmy project. I'm heavily into Timmy at the moment, and seeing as he liked one of my posts the other day on Instagram, and he liked my reel last night. Reel, hark at me, I'm getting down. So there we have it. What do you think? I think it's really, really lovely, and I love the concept of it. You know, you can make it any size to fit any page. I like that. Right, let's put that back in the journal. Where does it go? Oh, that must have been the middle spread. Okay, right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 sides left. I've got left in this signature anyway. And the prompt for next week is going to be, what shall I say? I think I'll say silver. No, scrub that. Not silver. I'm going to say die cut, because I'm sat here looking at some dies. So yeah, die cuts. That's the prompt for next week. So if you are following along, you need to be doing a page with die cuts. Isn't this page pretty? It's really nice, actually. I like this coffee stained paper as well. Shows off the little tags nicely. So there you have it. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope the snow doesn't come and we get snowed in. Well, more than that, I hope the electricity doesn't go off, because that's bad. So see you all very, very soon. It's Tuesday today. I'll definitely see you on Sunday for the live, but you never know, might pop up before that. So thanks for joining me. Don't forget the prompt for next week is die cuts, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye.